Baby discussed cancel culture. I'm in an era of accountability. Hold on. Let's see what the baby talking about, man. He ready to clap something again? Hold on. Everybody duck, man. The baby talking. Hold on, duck. That nigga about to shoot something, bro.
Talking about being canceled. You keep talking about being at the bottom,
I
climbing
ain't
back
talking
to the
about it
top.
no more.
But I'm saying, but when maybe I wasn't paying attention. I ain't see it that way.
Man, that's that.
I don't see it that way.
I appreciate that from you, my G,
saw
because
it.
I know you don't around. Yeah, you saw it.
I saw it.
Yeah,
and
what you see now?
What did you see?
I mean, I feel like I don't believe in cancel culture
Right.
completely, but I did feel like there was a time where you were like, it was like quiet a bit, and we weren't seeing you out as much. Because I forgot at one time you had the festival run. It was all DaBaby. Like if it was
Absolutely.
a festival, it had to be you. Mixtapes dropping, music, songs, and then it just got really quiet after the whole situation.
With a lot of that, you correct, except for like with the freestyles, I never stopped that. Like that was really the only thing I could do off the rip. That was my way to boom, keep doing what I'm doing. But when it comes to like festivals and like that is controlled. You know what I mean? Like somebody press the button. You know what I'm saying? Somebody press the button. You get what I'm saying? And I got to navigate my way through that. However, I navigate my way through that. That ain't something I can just, But in terms of everything else, right? When it comes to like press or like how I go about marketing music or whatever, like I really got in the space to where I was falling out of love with the art. You know what I'm saying? Of creating music and putting music out because of the politics and everything else that came with it. It made me, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, this ain't something I even enjoy doing at this point. You get what I'm saying? My big thing with this project, with this mixtape, you know what I'm saying? And just with me and how I'm living right now, the space I'm in, I'm in a era of accountability, like when it comes to myself. So, I just said this shit yesterday. We're talking to somebody like, I appreciate the fans for holding me accountable and not letting me, settle and put out bull and get away with it. They know what they know what I got to offer.
But you keep talking about being.
There's so much to unpack there. Wow. Okay, let me tell you what happened with DaBaby's career. Let me tell you what happened. So, yes, was cancel culture a part of it? That's true. But let me explain something to you. When the music is fire, a lot of things will slip. You'll get a lot of grace if the music is fire. And let's not get it twisted. DaBaby's music is fire. The problem with DaBaby is his music never changed for a period of time. The sound was the same. And it works once, it works twice, 3 times it might even work because his music was fire. But after a while, the music wasn't hitting the same. And on top of that, he had a lot of controversy around him, especially when it came down. I remember there was like a thing he was talking about gays and STDs, and like he was going crazy. And already like the image in terms of like violence is already circling him. You know what I mean? There's been tons of incidences where he's beat people up. I've seen him slap a dude. He's going through court right now. He's getting sued. And let's not forget like the whole situation that happened with him in Walmart before he even came out. And yes, that's true. It was self-defense, but at the same time, when you go to a venue, these people, they're kind of looking at, they don't look at it like that. They just see an aura of violence. You feel me? So now, when you couple the fact that the music isn't hitting the same, and you have all of this extra baggage on you, yes, the push is going to be slower for you. You're not going to be able to reach the amount of people that you want to. But now here's the thing though. When it comes to DaBaby, he actually ended up changing his sound. I listened to a little bit of his new album, and I can see that he's trying to make things different. But the problem with that is, and this is why first impressions are important. Once somebody has an impression of you, it takes a lot for them to change it. 9 times out of 10, they don't. Especially when you're in the popular, once everybody's already created a narrative, that's the narrative that they're going to run with. The only way to switch the narrative is to literally switch industries. You know what I mean? That's how you switch the narrative. And if you look at the greats, a lot of the greats, like Dr. Dre, Eminem, 50 Cent, Jay-Z, the most common thing with all of them is that they switched their career paths because the narrative was changing on their music. So with DaBaby, it's like, I don't know what his other skills are, and I said this last night too. Who was I talking about? I was talking about a rapper, but I forgot who, but it might be time for the baby to try and go out into other ventures. It's not that the music's not fire, it's just that the narrative is already set. And once the narrative is set, no matter how good the music is, like for example, like 50 Cent said this. 50 Cent, he says it all the time. He's like, yo, I be thinking of fire music. You know what I mean? Like, and I know this is a hit, but if I put it out, nobody's gonna listen to it the way I want them to listen to it. 50 Cent can write a song right now and put the track out, or he can write a song and give it to some younger dude who relates to the people, who has a sound, who has an audience, who's ready to grow, and the people aren't used to him. That song that person has might take off with 50 Cent being the writer of it, because it's like the narrative on 50 Cent being an old head or whatever, he's, I mean, he's still a good rapper, but I'm old, you know what I mean? The kids ain't listening to no 50 Cent, you feel me? So it's just like, oh, it's her birthday. So it's just like, you gotta you gotta realize you gotta evolve or die, you know what I mean? And so you gotta realize that, yo, listen, the narrative is set on me. There's a few people like Future, he beat the narrative. Drake beat the narrative. Kendrick, J. Cole, these are people who stayed in the game long enough. But you know what? First impressions also matter on that too. You feel me? Like they came in on some, when you come in on some goofy stuff, it's easier for the public to write you off. You know what I mean? When you come in on some goofiness, you feel me? But when you come in on some like more firm stuff, introspective or whatever, or like solid, serious stuff, it's harder for the people to get away from you. But anyways, your boy yip yapping a whole bunch. But that's how I truly feel what happened with the baby's career, man. I ain't gonna hold you. But all right, man, let's see what's